Welcome back. Continuing the news, and we have more reactions to that Integrity Commission report. Several entities listed as recipients of questionable donations from PETROJAM are seeking to clear the air. Representatives of two of these companies, the Scientific Research Council and the Diabetes Association of Jamaica, were guests on Radio Jamaica's Hotline with Emily Shields.
The PETROJAM donations listed in the Integrity Commission's report amounted to over $67 million for the 2017-18 financial period. Among the recipients, educational institutions, community and health associations, and scientific research groups. Since the report was tabled in Parliament on Tuesday, representatives of these entities have come forward to speak. The report listed the Scientific Research Council as one of PETROJAM's listed recipients for a National Science and Technology Fair. It noted, however, that there was no record of how the $6 million donation was made. Speaking with Emily Shields on Radio Jamaica's Hotline program on Thursday, Executive Director of the Scientific Research Council, Dr. Cliff Riley, reiterated the report's finding that, despite being listed, the Research Council did not collect the money.
It is even there on page 93 that speaks to that, where Director General indicated that the National Commission on Science and Technology collected that $6 million check, and that fund was passed to the Diabetes Association of Jamaica. So SRC had nothing to do with that application and management of that funds. I don't want persons to get the impression.
So it's just, that SRC got money when...
That we got money when we did not.
Despite there being no indication on PETROJAM's records of how the donation was made, the report pointed out that investigations revealed that the $6 million donation was collected by Loreen Less, chairperson of the Diabetes Association of Jamaica. The National Commission on Science and Technology oversees the Diabetes Association of Jamaica. Also speaking on Radio Jamaica's Hotline program, the Commission's Director General, Professor Errol Morrison, confirmed receipt of the payment.
It went directly into the Diabetes Association's account. And on the completion of the project at the end of the 6-month period, a full report was sent to the Managing Director.
Right.
So outlining, it was about 1,730 odd young people who were screened for a variety of health checks. And I even gave them a breakdown of how many diabetics were found, hypertension, those with anemia, that sort of thing.
Yes.
So, we thought we had justified, the project.
One high school, which was also listed among the recipients, has also issued a statement outlining how the donation was acquired and how it was used. Now, East Kingston Member of Parliament Philip Paulwell has rejected suggestions of impropriety in his acceptance of a $6 million donation from PETROJAM for Camperdown High School to upgrade its sporting facility. He took to Facebook to respond to the allegations. Prince Moore has details.
In a report, the Director of Investigations at the Integrity Commission said only $1.75 million was spent on drawings and plans. But no evidence was given to support statements from Mr. Paulwell that the balance was in an interest-bearing account at the National Commercial Bank. Camperdown High Principal Valentine Bailey has since come forward to support Mr. Paulwell's account, adding that the balance was spent on operating expenses such as electricity and water bills. Mr. Bailey said Mr. Paulwell was not involved in the spending of the money. In a Facebook post this morning, Mr. Paulwell explained that he was approached by the former Energy Minister, Dr. Andrew Wheatley, to choose a charity for a donation from PETROJAM.
I immediately thought of Camperdown. Camperdown is regarded as the sprint capital of Jamaica, and indeed they do very well at football, and they have been trying to secure their own field for many years, and I have been trying to assist them. So it was without hesitation that I submitted the proposal, which I gather that the PETROJAM board considered and approved, and afterwards submitted through me a check for $6 million. The check was made out in the name of Camperdown High School. It was handed over to the principal, and that was it for me.
Mr. Paulwell says he expects the Camperdown principal to give a full account of the expenditure.
I'm certain that the principal will be doing full accounting, not only to me, but also to PETROJAM on how the funds have been spent. I want to reject any hint of impropriety in this matter. I'm very concerned about what has happened with PETROJAM, and I believe those processes must be concluded and the chips fall where they may.
In a statement yesterday, Camperdown High Principal Valentine Bailey confirmed that Camperdown received the $6 million and Mr. Paulwell was not involved in the spending of the money. Mr. Bailey says the school can account for all the funds spent if required. He adds that the school intends to replace the money once it's able to resume the project. Prince Moore, TVJ News.
Now, in the meantime, the Northeast Regional Health Authority, NERA, which was also featured in the Integrity Commission report, says it can account for the $1.2 million PETROJAM donation. The money, according to NERA, was used to buy hospital equipment. Andrea Chisholm reports.
In 2017, PETROJAM donated $1.2 million to buy an incubator for their Notta Bay Hospital in St. Mary. This followed a written request on March 30 from Tyrone Robinson, chairman of the Northeast Regional Health Authority, NERA. Mr. Robinson is a known affiliate of the governing Jamaica Labour Party. Now, through a tender process, Medical Link Limited, which submitted its quotation on March 17, was the successful bidder with the lowest amount. The incubator was therefore bought for roughly $578,000. It's interesting to note that the Integrity Commission pointed out in its report that NERA knew that it would cost almost $578,000 to buy the incubator. So the question is, why then would the authority ask PETROJAM to donate $1.2 million? When I followed up with NERA, a representative told me that Mr. Robinson is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the authority, and he would not have known who the lowest bidder was or the amount. The representative added that it was the authority's responsibility to use the donation in the best possible way and in the interest of the people of Jamaica. Now, since the incubator cost roughly $578,000 and PETROJAM donated $1.2 million, where is the rest of the money? The Integrity Commission's report did not answer that question, but in a release on Thursday, NERA said the balance of almost $622,000 would therefore be in its official account. Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.